Guys, this is a really good story to explain to many of you who have been contacting me, writing comments on social media about all kinds of things. I think this story answers a lot of your questions about, well, numerous issues. And it's actually a fascinating story of what can happen to anyone at any point in time. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Guys, great to have you with us. Yes, I did a video recently, which was not based on my opinion. I want to make that very clear. It wasn't an opinion piece. It was about the reliability of electric cars in Germany. Electric cars were nearly 3 times more reliable on average than the same age, similar age, similar mileage, gasoline-powered cars. And that was from the biggest study that I think we've ever seen in Germany, looking at literally hundreds of thousands of cars in Germany. It proved, in fact, that Tesla electric cars were 20 times more reliable than the average gasoline-powered car. So I think you can see what I've been saying now for a couple of years here. I think a lot of the negative stories we hear about Tesla, they talk about recalls and all these other problems. It's actually not really accurate in the real world. It's actually not, based on the data we have. However, in that study also identified that one particular electric car was making the numbers look bad for EVs. Now, yes, EVs were on average nearly 3 times more reliable, but they would have been even more reliable than that if it wasn't for the one car. And this was that car. And this is a story of what happened to one of the owners of that car. Sometimes your car breaks and sometimes it's a lot worse than that. So what happened? On March 16th, nearly 2 months ago, Massachusetts resident Ethan Blount's Hyundai Ioniq 5 stopped working. Driving along, just stops. Everything won't go. So what was it? Well, I'm sure you've guessed it. It was the ICCU, a part that's known for causing problems in the Ioniq EV cars. It failed, leaving the owner stranded, and the car had to be towed to a local dealership. At the time, he had no idea it would be the last time he'd see the vehicle in one piece, says the article on Car Scoops. On May the 2nd, the car was stolen from the dealership. When police eventually located it and gave chase, the situation ended with the Hyundai totaled, and Blount, well, he had some issues to face now. Let's rewind. The ICCU, the Integrated Charging Control Unit, is really the part responsible for those bad numbers in Germany. Apparently, it was about 3 times more likely for the average Hyundai EV to break down versus the average internal combustion car, which was shocking. Really, really shocking, considering the average EV was much more reliable than the average internal combustion car. The ICCU Integrated Charging Control Unit plays a central role in the Ioniq 5's electrical system. It manages the bidirectional charging between the 12-volt battery and the main high-voltage battery, which is responsible for powering essential systems, external devices, and, of course, even other electric cars if you wanted to. When it fails, the result is a completely immobilized vehicle. And unfortunately, they seem to fail quite frequently. It doesn't matter if you're in America or Germany. Dozens of Ioniq 5 owners have reported similar failures. In fact, not dozens, hundreds and hundreds. In Blount's case, the delay in repairs came down to a parts shortage with replacements on back order. So his EV sat unusable and unguarded for 2 months. And here is one of the points. I'm getting a bit off to the side here on a side tangent, but I need to make this very clear to people. They don't seem to understand this. There's literally tens of thousands of comments on social media, and I'm probably understating the frequency. Comments like this: I bought a BYD. It's disgraceful. I've had to wait 6 weeks for a replacement part. This is unfair and unbelievable. I bought a new EV, from whatever Chinese brand. You can place in whatever Chinese brand you want, and I have had to wait 2 months for this replacement part. What a joke of a company. Never buy from them ever again. Guys, if you paid me $1 for how many times I've seen this information, I would be a rich man. So, please, hold back to your friends. Tell your friends. I know it's not you guys, but tell your friends, guys, control your emotions on this issue, because this is nothing to do with Chinese EV brands. Yes. Are they responsible for this? Of course. So is every car brand in the world. Toyota, does this happen with people who own Toyotas? Absolutely. Does this happen to people who own Fords? Every single day of the week. The fact that people are saying this about Chinese car brands doesn't mean that every brand isn't responsible for these parts issues, having to put parts on back order. Unfortunately, this is just a part and parcel of buying a car. It can happen. Doesn't matter what brand. Anyway, the story goes on. He told the Autopian that he knew about the ICCU and suspected it immediately when he heard a loud pop. I got only a mile or so before power started dropping precipitously and pulled off the main road just in time. Basically what you can have is you can be driving along and the car just stops. I contacted Hyundai and they dispatched a tow truck, taking my car to the nearest dealer. Then on the 1st of May, he received a notification from his Hyundai mobile app that the car was left on and idling. So he's thinking, great, I can go pick up the car. It's fixed. But the next day, well, his hopes were dashed. The dealer called and confirmed that the car was fixed, but strangely, they didn't know where it was. Ethan pulled out his phone and was able to track the car. It was in Boston, nowhere near the dealership. He called the police, who tried to move in and secure the car, but that didn't work. The occupants raced off in the car, lost control a short time later, hit a fire hydrant, and then smashed into a church. The impact was such that the Ioniq 5 was seriously damaged, the airbags were all deployed, and the front was completely smashed in. Boston police arrested 3 people at the scene, but they've left the owner in a tough position. Due to the rapid depreciation of the car, I'm worried about what I will be offered by my insurance company since they declared it totaled today. I fear I could end up still owing money and not even owning a car. Positive though, Hyundai, credit to them, they reached out to him 2 days ago promising to help. So obviously something positive has come out of this, and credit and kudos to Hyundai for doing this. I'm not sure what exactly they're offering, but it sounds like whatever it is, it's going to help him out. Now, the reason I shared this story is, well, a couple of reasons. One, people keep saying, Hyundai ICCU, I'm in Australia, no problems here in Australia. Wrong. There's problems with the Hyundai's ICCU in the Hyundai Ioniq 5 in every country in the world. It makes no difference what country you're from. Number 2, this is not about my personal opinions or feelings. It's a fact. Hyundai need to fix this problem. It's an absolute disaster. It's one of the worst problems we've ever seen in electric cars. Basically, owners all feel like at any point in time, their ICCU could go. They do. And this is a common thing. Many threads talk about this, and this is something that I think Hyundai should fix. There's enough videos out there about it, really to stop this PR nightmare for them on what is a good car. Guys, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 is actually a really good car. But this one thing for me, and I think for a lot of owners, is really souring it. And point 3 is stop mouthing off on car companies and giving them a bad name because they have a parts shortage on a certain thing, and assuming that, for example, I've heard this a lot about Xpeng, people saying this stuff. I'm like, guys, you're having a go at them, but this is the same for every brand. Every brand is the same. They're all got these things. We got to order parts from wherever it is, South Korea or China or the United States, doesn't matter. Back order on parts is incredibly, incredibly common. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.